Our next assignment is regarding discounting some product prices. So we have 10 products and each product has a different price. The prices have to be discounted by 7%, and we would like to discount the prices by 7% in May, and further discount them by 7% in June, and further discount them by 7% in July. So let's at first try to write one formula. So we want to take one formula and copy it all over the table. So once again we will be dealing with tables here, and for that we write the initial formula like as equals, we take the first price C6 times, and now we would like to discount the price by 7%. Remember that 7% was 0,07, which means that if we discount by 7%, we will have 93% remaining of the price, which means that we basically want to multiply the price with 0,93. That's what will do the discounting. Okay, let's write it like this: equals C6 times, and now this 0,93 has to be written down like this: parenthesis 1 minus 7%. Here it is, 1 minus 7%. And this counts 1225 into 1139. Now the problem comes as follows. We would like to copy this formula down and then copy this formula also to the left-right direction. So naturally we don't want this 7% to move. Thus we're going to take this formula, double click in it, take G4, which is the green 7%, click F4 and be left with $G, $4. The next thing to do is to consider C6, which is the initial price. We have to consider if when we are going to copy this formula up and down, we actually do want the blue cell to move down, so that it will just discount the price of the second product and the price of the third product and so forth. So no dollars here as far as we're concerned. But actually we also want this blue cell to move to the right direction as well, because you see, when we're going to take the formula for June, then we in June want to do the discounting, so 7% is in place, but we in June would like to discount the May's price. So kind of it takes it one step from the left. It takes the previous price, which in here in our formula right now is the initial price, but when we copy it to June, it should also take it one from the left, and it should take the May's price and discount that further, and in July it should take the June's price and discount that further. So in other words, we want the blue cell to always move with us, and it seems that we are all done with those dollar signs here. We should be able to copy things now. Copying actually goes as follows. We're gonna click inside the cell once and then go to the lower right corner. The cursor changes shape, we click and drag, and we get one column copied. And now we should still have that one column selected, and we can now go once again to the lower right corner and drag it to the right. So if we are now checking whether everything was okay, we're going to take the second formula and we're going to see that yes, indeed, it took the new price, the second product price, and did the discount, so the discount cell didn't move. And if we take the second product's June price, we see that the green one didn't still move, but the blue one takes in June, it takes May's price and discounts it even further. And in July, it takes the June's price. So everything works just as expected. And we can see such a table consisting of 10 rows and 4 columns that has been completed by us, and we can check whether everything was correct by clicking in the last row and in July, and checking, yeah, it was correct. It was 4742. Now our next assignment is a tad different. What we want to do is still discount the prices, and we still have 10 products, but this time we have different discount percentages. So in May we want to discount the initial price by 5%, and in June we want to discount the May's price by 10%. So in other words, the discount price, the discount percentage is going to be different. So in July it's going to be 15%, but what's going to be the same is that in May we want to discount the initial price, in June we want to further discount the May's price by 10%, and in July we want to discount the price of June, which was discounted in May and also derived from the initial price. So that's how this works. Let's write the initial formula. It's equals C21 times parentheses 1 minus D19, or the initial product is discounted by 5%. We now want to think what to do with the blue cell. So the blue cell will have to move up and down, because when we copy the formula up and down, it should take the next product's price and the next product's price and so forth. The next thing we want to consider is when we copy the formula left and right, or rather to the right direction, then the blue cell will also have to move, because in June we want to discount May's price, in July the June's price. So it will always take one from the left and discount that one. Now to the green cell. When we copy the formula down to next products, then we actually don't want the green cell to move down. So D19 should remain in 19th row. 19 should stay fixed. But when we copy this formula to June's month, we actually do want D19 to move, because now it should move to E19. Thus, it cannot move up and down when we copy it to next product, next product, next product, but it should move left and right when we copy it to June or July. And that is something we haven't encountered yet so far. And it's solved by clicking on the formula, taking D19 again, and now we should click on F4 so long that we will have D$19. This only has $1 sign. It's placed before 19, which is the one we want to set fixed. And it's actually not before D. D is the one that has to move. 19 can't move down, but D has to move left, right to June and to July. That's something that's called, the blue cell that always moves is called a relative address. Of course, the terms are not important, but just to put them forth, this is called a relative address because it moves up and down, left and right. It always takes the one on the left side, and that's why it's relative. The one we used up here, the 7%, this was called an absolute address. This is absolutely always the same. It's always fixed there. And now this one, the one that will be moving left and right to June and July, but not down with subsequent products, is called a mixed address. Let's copy this. Once again, let's copy it to one dimension. and then take it and copy it to another dimension. So we take the entire column that we created with the first move and copy it to the right, and we get the entire table. Just one remark: always when you want to copy one formula to the entire table, you should do it in 2 steps. First, let's take the column, for instance, and then the entire table. And as we see, for instance, let's take the third product, May. Third product, May, still discounts the third product from the left, so blue is correct. And the green hasn't moved, so it correctly stays on 5%. If it hadn't been a dollar sign before 19, it would have moved down and not worked properly. And when we take the third product's June month, we can see that the blue has moved again, because it's now taking the May's price of the third product, and the green one has moved as well. It now takes the 10%, which is the discount percentage for June